Let's talk about something we all do probably more often than we'd like to admit. We have this amazing ability to take something perfectly simple and make it incredibly complicated. And then we turn around and wonder why life feels so hard. It's this crazy cycle we get caught in. And you know what? Just seeing it for what it is, that's the first step to breaking free. So let me just ask you this straight up. Take a second and really think about it. Are you, maybe without even realizing it, making your own life harder than it needs to be? To really see how this works, let's walk through a little story. Think of it as a simple recipe for trouble. And I have a feeling this one is going to sound surprisingly familiar. Okay, so it starts off great, right? Step one, the simple start. You go to the market, buy some beautiful fresh vegetables, spices, oil, you've got the best intentions. But then comes step two, the added complexity. We can't just leave it simple, can we? No, we have to make it extra tasty, super spicy. We add all this stuff. And what happens next? Well, it's pretty predictable, isn't it? Step three, the problem. You're complaining of indigestion. So what's the solution? Do we think, maybe I should simplify the recipe next time? Of course not. We jump to step four, the surface level fix. We take an antacid. We treat the symptom, completely ignoring the fact that we created the problem in the first place. Now, you've probably guessed that this little story isn't really about dinner. It's a perfect blueprint for a much, much bigger pattern of behavior in our lives. So let's break down what's really happening here. The simple, almost blunt truth at the heart of this whole thing is that the easiest path was right there from the start. Just boil the vegetables and eat them. That's it. You get all of the benefits with none of the painful, complicated side effects. This is the core idea we so often manage to overlook. So let's just put a name on it. Let's call it what it is: unnecessary complication. It's this cycle where we aren't just the victims of our problems, we are the architects. We're the ones who add the extra steps, we create the friction, and then we act all surprised when we feel overwhelmed by the very structure that we ourselves built. And of course, this goes way beyond the kitchen. This same cycle of complication plays out in the areas of our lives that matter the most. This really brings us to the bigger question, doesn't it? Where else is this happening? If we can manage to create a problem out of a simple meal, where else in our lives are we building these cycles of unnecessary struggle? The source points to some really powerful examples. Think about a child's education. It starts as simple learning, right? But it can easily become this frantic race of endless activities and pressure, creating stress for everyone involved. Or what about the pursuit of wealth? A simple goal of being financially secure gets twisted into this anxious, never-ending chase for more. And maybe the most common one today, comparing ourselves to others. We carefully build these complex online personas, and then we complain about the anxiety of keeping up appearances. In every single case, we're the ones adding the complication. So, what does this all add up to? It all builds to one single, crucial insight about the nature of our struggles. And here it is, the central idea. So much of our struggle isn't something that's just inflicted on us. It's engineered by us. We are often the architects of the very problems that we feel so overwhelmed by. It's like we build a maze and then complain that we can't find our way out. And so that's where we'll end, with a simple but powerful challenge. Instead of looking for a complicated solution to a complicated problem, what if the real answer is just to remove the complication you added in the first place? Look at your day, your week, your life. What is one thing you can choose to uncomplicate, starting right now?